What's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I got the new Affinity 2 palette, so I'm gonna open up for you guys. It is a blue and green palette. So yeah, so this is from Certifeye. They are a UK brand. I've never tried any of their shadows, but I've heard really good thing about their shadows being very pigmented, very vibrant. They actually have a sale right now which is 30% off the whole entire website. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, it's 30. It's not an affiliate code or anything, it's just a code that I saw that they had on their Instagram. I also want to mention that I do know that a lot of palettes have recently been a lot of green and blue palettes. We know the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, but this palette has been like in the making for a really long time now. Like they first showed like a Photoshop picture of it months ago. So I noticed that this palette has blues and greens, so I figured I would do a blue shadow look on this side and then a green shadow look on this side, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of inspiration. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so my lids are primed and ready with the P. Louise base and Rumor. So I'm actually picking up this shade from the Certifeye palette, Affinity 2 palette. It's called Farid and it's like a very deep purple. So we're just gonna apply that to the crease, and if you guys notice, I always press down and I bring in my crease color like really high up. So I'm gonna kind of bring it in all the way, sort of like a circle, and see, I'm just stamping it in. And so far I can tell the mattes in this palette are very pigmented. Okay, so now that I have this kind of like half circle shape, I'm gonna add a little bit more out here. And I'm gonna bring it up a little bit more. So I'm just gonna use this brush and blend it out so it looks a little bit more diffused. And I'm actually gonna flip the brush and use the side that doesn't have as much shadow on it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a really light shade from the palette. This one is called Nawab, and I'm just gonna apply that on top of here, and I'm gonna grab this tiny brush from Sigma. This is a blending brush in E36. So yeah, just keep blending that color in. If you guys want, you can also go in. There's this other blue color in it called Hussein, and it's just like kind of like a medium blue color. It reminds me like a pool. And you can go ahead and kind of apply that between the light blue and the darker blue, just to kind of blend the two colors even better together. We're just sort of going back and forth in windshield wiper motions. You should have Farid, which is the deep purple color, in your crease, and then right on top you should have Hussein, which is the medium blue, reminds me of a pool, and then the super pale blue color Nawab on top. So we have three colors going on, and it kind of creates a bit of a gradient. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. So I'm gonna use my P. Louise base, and I'm just gonna cut the crease, and I go usually pretty high up. All right, so grabbing this brush, this one is actually from ColourPop. This is an E3, and this is a flat shader brush. Alright you guys, so I'm gonna bring it halfway and just leave it right here. While my base is still really wet, I'm actually gonna pick up this shimmer color right here. I'm gonna pick up two colors from the palette. I'm gonna pick up Certifeye, and what I'm gonna do when I pick up these two shimmer colors is that I'm going to pick up my setting spray and just wet my brush. And wetting my brush before applying shimmer is just gonna allow it to give it that extra pop. So I'm gonna start off with Certifeye in the inner corner, and then I'm gonna pick up Navid after. And this is just like a flat shader brush. So now I'm gonna pick up Navid, which is more of a shimmery kind of purple, bluish shadow, like a shimmer shadow, so I think it's really pretty. I'm gonna apply it right here into the middle and mix it with that other color. Alright you guys, so I'm just gonna use my finger really quickly to kind of blend the two shadows together. I don't know what it is, but whenever I use my finger when I'm applying shimmer shades, I just feel like it gives it such better color payoff. So I'm going to pick up the shade right here. It's called Akib, and it's just like a navy blue, and I'm gonna apply that to my outer V. And we're just gonna apply it right here and then sort of bring it in so that there's less of a harsh line between the two. I'm going to pat it down and then afterwards blend it out and sort of bring it out towards the end right here. So I'm just gonna pick up Certifeye and add that right here into the inner corner up here and underneath as well. So I'm just gonna stick it right here and sort of blend it into my shadow. And then I'm gonna add it under here too, just because I love the way it looks. And then I'm also gonna pick up Navid, which was that shimmer shade, and just add it underneath here. And then right here in my lower lash line, I'm going to pick up Akib, which is that navy blue color, and I'm gonna try to get very close to my waterline. I'm gonna pick up this brush again that I used in the very beginning and pick up that pastel blue color and add it underneath right here. Underneath here, and really blend it out and underneath my lower lash line. Basically just bring this out all the way to your hairline. Just kidding. Okay, so this is what the eye look looks like. I really like the blend of all the blues together. Everything worked out really nicely. I love the shimmers. I actually recommend using the shimmers with your fingers versus a brush. I'm gonna go ahead now and add some mascara and some false lashes, and then we can do the other eye. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like with just mascara on. You guys know I like to be extra, so we are popping on some lashes. I like to get my eyelashes from AliExpress. This is what they look like, and I'm gonna let you guys know the brand that I get it from. So I'm just gonna focus on the green side of this palette. I'm gonna create kind of like a green smoky eye, and it's gonna be a little bit more simple, less steps than I did on this eye, which is the blue side. So I'm picking up this NYX jumbo pencil, and this is in the color Black Bean. So any type of black liner, any type of black base that you guys have, just pick that up because that's how we're gonna start out our base. So yeah, I'm gonna apply a pretty good amount, bringing it up all the way up to my crease and then blending it out after. This is a clean blending brush and I'm just blending it all out right here. This is just a Morphe M433 brush. Alright guys, so now I'm going to dip into the palette. I'm grabbing a little bit of Shazad on my blending brush. And then I'm gonna kind of bring a little bit underneath here to my lower lash line. So I'm gonna grab the shade called Albert, and I'm just grabbing that blending brush and I'm adding a little bit more right on top, and it kind of goes well with it because it's also like an olivey green. Adding a little bit right here. So this one I use Shazad more closer to the crease, and this one I use more like above. So those are really just the two I use, and I mainly use this one, and this one just lightly on top. So now I'm gonna go in with the shimmer shade. I'm gonna apply a little bit more of that NYX jumbo pencil onto the eyelid, and then I'm gonna apply this shimmery green, which I am obsessed with. These are so beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of that NYX jumbo pencil to the eye, and then the shimmer shade. So I'm adding this black jumbo pencil liner like only to the areas where I want to apply the shimmer on top. So I'm gonna apply that shimmer shade onto my lid using my finger. So here is the shimmer shade on my finger, and we're just gonna apply that on top. Okay, so I'm just grabbing this fluffy brush. I think it's from Morphe, and I'm just gonna kind of blend out the edges right here. Add a little bit of that green again. That one is Shazad, and I'm just gonna add that right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this shimmer shade right here. This is Bilal, and I'm just gonna use this pencil brush and apply that into my inner corner. And we're gonna kind of connect it right here. Okay, you guys, so I'm actually picking up this Supreme Frost from Jeffree Star Cosmetics in Money Honey. It is just like a very bright iridescent green. I think it would just go perfect like on top of my inner corner. And I'm gonna go underneath as well. I'm picking up my Morphe M250 brush. It is very tiny. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of black gel liner on top of my lid. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. I'm just picking up this Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, and I'm gonna apply that, and then I'm gonna apply false lashes as well. So before I add the false lashes to this eye right here where I have the green shadow on, just want to show you guys what it looks like before I apply the false lashes. Alright you guys, so this is what it looks like when I apply false lashes. I really love how this look came out. It's just like a smoky green eye look, so this is the final look. I went ahead and added 2 different colors onto my lips to match the eyes. So this right here is Karma, and this one here is You're Still on the Property. Both liquid lipsticks are from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I totally love this palette. I definitely want to go and pick up other palettes from them because I really like them. Alright you guys, so this is the green side. And this is the blue side. So I'm very happy with how both looks came out. These shadows are very pigmented, very easy to use. I really love the shimmers. I kind of wish that it came with a little bit more shimmers. This palette has 18 shadows in total. It comes with 13 mattes and 5 shimmers. I know that most people like a lot of mattes, and that's usually what they go through the most. So it's not a bad idea that they included more mattes than shimmers. Okay, so I do want to mention that this palette is made in China, but it is vegan friendly and cruelty free. I know that you guys are gonna ask me how these shadows compare to the Blue Blood palette, and I do have to admit there is some similarities to the two, so I'm just gonna go pick up my Blue Blood palette and compare the two. But I do want to mention that this palette was way in the works before they even knew about the Blue Blood palette coming out. So if you guys were interested in the Blue Blood palette but you felt like you only wanted blues and you only wanted greens, then I highly recommend getting this one over the Blue Blood palette because I think that they performed like just as good. If you guys would like to see me do comparisons, I would love to do that. You guys know I love doing comparisons on this channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Blue Blood right now and compare the two. Alright you guys, so this is the Affinity 2 palette and this is the Blue Blood palette. You can see that there's obvious differences between the two. The Affinity 2 has, you know, a lot more green shadows, completely different shimmer shades, whereas this one is kind of blue, but it still has those neutral and transition shades, whereas this one right here has no neutral, nothing. Like, it's simply just a full-on color palette. So I don't know, if you guys were really looking for something that was all color, you don't want any transition shades, then I do recommend this one. And I think this does end up being cheaper if you do end up using it with a code or something and get a little bit off. So yeah, if you guys were interested in getting this over the Blue Blood palette, I do recommend it because I've been using the Blue Blood palette for a little while now. You guys can go ahead and check out my Instagram and see the eye looks that I have on there. So it's at beautybydreav if you guys want to see my Instagram. So yeah, I've been using the Blue Blood palette for a while now, and I can tell you guys that they're very similar. You guys can go ahead and see my Blue Blood eye swatches. I did swatch all of the shades from the Blue Blood palette on this YouTube channel, so I will leave that link here. And I do have to say that there are some shades that I thought were very, very similar to the ones in the Affinity 2. I can't say that they're identical because I'd have to swatch them both at the same time to really see, but I would say they're very, very, very similar. So I don't mean to talk about another brand while reviewing one brand. It's just that I know that some of you guys are gonna ask me about the Blue Blood palette, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I thought these shadows in the Certifeye palette are really, really good, and you guys know I love Jeffree Star eyeshadow palettes. I think they're amazing, super pigmented, and I would say that these were very similar. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like I rambled a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at beautybydreav, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.